Hi, guys. So, this is what I was thinking about. My brain is always going. That's the problem. One thing that I need you guys to resist doing, and it's hard, and I think I've touched on this before, okay? You got to resist telling your loved one to leave the toxic person. And you have to resist insulting the toxic person. You know, you still with that crazy heifer that you're married to? Are you still with that loser, cheating ass husband of yours? You got to resist that because if a person is addicted to this toxic person, and there's a possibility they are, okay? It's like trying to separate a drug addict from heroin. So, if it were possible, you remove all the heroin in the world. They can't never get heroin again. They're going to come after you with all guns blazing. Not literally, hopefully, okay? But it's going to be war because they're addicted. They're hooked. They know it's bad for them. They're addicted. So that overrides everything, okay? It's the same principle when someone is with a toxic person. That is their drug of choice if they're locked into that person. Nothing you say or do or sarcasm or negative comments or you're bad mouthing their partner, it's not going to do anything but probably cause them to stop speaking to you and stay with the toxic person. So what you're trying to accomplish, you actually accomplish the opposite. You want them to leave, but they're going to stay locked in because they're locked in. Okay? I have a family member who's in this very boat. He cannot handle being by himself because his mother babied him and babied him and babied him and put diapers on his butt. Even when he was grown, she still babied the hell out of him, which is one of the worst things a parent can do besides overindulging. You're breaking this person. You say that you love them because they're your baby. They're the youngest child, so it's your baby. If you break them by stopping the normal flow of how the world works, you're going to cause significant damage in their head. Overindulgence causes narcissism. Spoiling to death causes narcissism. Babying grown-ass people and stopping their growth is not the natural order of things. The natural order of things is the bear cub becomes a juvenile, and then it becomes an adult, and then it moves on its own. Baby birds learn how to fly. When they fly, they become more independent. Eventually, they go on and get their own life. This is the natural order of things. It is natural for all species. So if you interfere with that, you're going to mentally and psychologically break this person. So he cannot live on his own. He cannot have his own place. He just cannot do it. He has to be locked into someone, even if they are poisonous. So there's nothing that anyone could say that's going to give him an aha moment. There's nothing that anyone will say, there's nothing that anyone could say that's going to tell him, well, she was bad news from the start. He ain't trying to hear all that because he is addicted to her. He cannot leave her. So because she knows that is his weakness, she always messes with his brain. Because I know you can't be without me because you can't live on your own. So Monday I love you, Tuesday I don't, Wednesday I love you, Thursday I don't, Friday, let's break up again, why not? Saturday, let's get back together, I miss you. Why don't we get a divorce? Why don't we not get a divorce? Why don't we get a divorce? Why don't we not get a divorce? Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. This crap has been going on for years. Years. They've had lawyers. They've been to, well, I don't know if they've ever made it to court, because by the time it's time for court, maybe we shouldn't get a divorce. Some people will also use divorce as a weapon. I met a couple on the roof one night, and they're fairly newlyweds. They've not been married that long. When they get into a fight, guess what she does? She pulls out the divorce card. We should get a divorce. We shouldn't have got married in the first place. You're going to get your wish, because he's going to get tired of hearing that. And when he says, you know what, I think that's a good idea, she's going to flip out and try to make it be his fault. What do you mean? You're just going to give up on us? You the one that keeps using the divorce card. You keep pulling the divorce card. You keep threatening me with this. So why don't we go through with this? So you can't use that as a weapon anymore. The person wants to use it to make you feel as terrible as possible, but one day they don't comprehend that one day that could blow up in their face, and you could call their bluff and say, you know what, that's a good idea. Let me go ahead and call an attorney. Mind games don't work. Mind games don't work. People get tired. They get tired. It's psychological abuse to use breaking up or divorce or anything as a weapon. That's psychological abuse. And it's uncalled for. It's completely uncalled for. And I have had, I always say this. God buys, well, he don't have to buy it. He can snap his fingers and it'll be there. He keeps an extra case of duct tape for me. Because you don't know how many times I wanted to say, why do you keep letting her do this to you? Why do you keep letting her, Monday we're together, Tuesday we're not, let's get a divorce, let's not, let's get a divorce, let's not, let's make love, let's break up. Why do you keep letting her do that to you? Because he's addicted to her, I will be the enemy, and he will go and have a nice romantic night with her and hold hands and walk on the beach. Until the next day when she throws a divorce in his face again. She backtracked on getting a divorce when she discovered she'd have to pay him alimony. Or maintenance. Missouri calls it maintenance. Where he's at, with the state he's in, I don't know what they call it. But when she had to pay, because she made more money than him, when she would have to pay him X amount of dollars per month, she reneged on the divorce. And now she just uses it as a threat, as she sees fit. You don't know how many times I had to tell myself, you know what? Girl, stay out of it. Stay the hell out of it. It's hard. It's not easy. But me trying to get him away from her to take away her control is only going to push him deeper into her arms. So be careful with that. Even in a domestic violence situation, you get involved and they make up with each other, which is typical. And now they're both angry at you. And now you lost a friendship. Or that relative doesn't want to speak to you anymore because they've, forgiven the abuser for beating them up. They just put makeup on the black eye and we good. We still love each other. He didn't mean it or she didn't mean it. Oh, yes, they did. That's why they did it. So be careful what you say and be careful with jumping on people's partners. You need to leave that fool. I don't even know why y'all got caught up with each other in the first place and this person's dysfunctional and da-da-da-da. They may get more addicted to this person, and so what you're trying to accomplish, it works in the opposite. So be careful. Okay? All right, you guys take care. Bye.